Hey guys, it's me, Brad Fitzpatrick, back with your monthly Humble Choice games that literally I stayed awake from getting off night shift just so I can bring to you at your earliest convenience. So there's probably not going to be a lot of editing on this video. I'm just going to upload it and go. So, let's get this done as quickly and as eloquently as any bearded ginger bear can give it to you. So, first game on the chopping block is Outward. I have heard about this game. It was not on my wish list or anything like that because it really kind of touts itself as a co-op RPG, which I would love to play. I really thought it was kind of cool, but I didn't really have anybody to play with, co-op with. It looks like you can co-op split screen, which is fantastic. I will just need to find somebody to play with, obviously. Maybe I can get back into doing playing games with my girlfriend or something along those lines, or maybe playing with one of my kids. It seems to be pretty cool. It's an action RPG, obviously. I'll just read the synapse for you right here. You are not a god, nor a chosen one. The path before you is fraught with perils. Outward delivers an immersive RPG experience coupled with survival gameplay, offering a deeply rewarding challenge for the most avid gamers in solo or online co-op. And it does come with one expansion, the Soroborians expansion. Hopefully I sounded that out correctly. Probably not. So that seems to be really interesting. I could probably play this solo and show you guys some gameplay. I might actually do that just for, giggles. Next game, Valkyrie Chronicles 4, the complete edition. Now, I already own this game. I have absolutely loved all the Valkyrie Chronicle games. This one is no exception. Probably not, in my opinion, as good as the third one. The third one was fantastic. But these are war games set in an alternate reality sort of timeline where there is, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but there's like supernatural forces and everything else. But you have these huge tanks and other sorts of types of war classes, and it is a strategy RPG. Really interesting. What it pretty much says here is that a coming-of-age story in a time of war. Take command of the determined young Commander Claude Wallace, engineer, heavy weapons extraordinaire Riley Miller, hot-headed Darkson Raz, ice-cold ace sniper Kai Shulin, and more. Together, they will experience a painful realities of war, but will the bonds of Squad E's friendship survive the frozen battlefield? This is the next generation Blitz battle system, part overhead turn-based strategy, part RPG, and part real-time third-person shooter. The Blitz battle system returns to the field. New features include an explosive new class called the Grenader, numerous offensive-defensive battleship support options, chance for a unit to have a last stand action before death, and more. Plus, fight the Imperial threat with more units on a larger scale maps than ever before. The game's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. If you are a fan of war games, great. If you're a fan of strategy games, great. If you're a fan of anime-style games, great. Fantastic art styles, great. I mean, literally, this game is pretty much top tier for, everyone. I would recommend it. Next up, we have The Endless Space 2, which, hey, guess what? I also already own this game. It is one of those space games. Oh, you even get all the digital deluxe bonuses. That's nice. All the good stuff, isn't it? Says Endless Space 2 will put you in the fascinating role of a leader, guiding a civilization... Right. leader guiding a civilization in making its first steps into the cold depths of interstellar space. You will explore mysterious star systems, discover the secrets of ancient races, develop advanced technologies of unthinkable power, and, of course, encounter new life forms to understand, to court, or to conquer. It's a pretty interesting game. I kind of liked it. I played it for a little bit, but it really wasn't that big of a... for me. So, if you like these sorts of games, this might be the greatest thing that you'll like. Still a good game. Just wasn't my cup of tea. Next up we have Moving Out. This game actually came out relatively recently, I believe. It's a multiplayer game, obviously, physics-based, where you move furniture with other people. Co-op game. It kind of reminds me of that chef game that I have played with, the people I love. So... but basically, Moving Out is a ridiculous physics-based moving simulator that brings new meaning to couch co-op. Because you get it, because two people in the game. Yeah, okay. Are you ready for an exciting career in furniture as a newly certified furniture arrangement and relocation technician? You are a part of FART. You'll take on moving jobs all across the busy town of Packmore. Smooth Moves may not be the biggest moving company, but there's no task too dangerous or strange for this busy team of go-getters. Grow your business, brave new heights, recruit colorful, customizable characters, and save your town from furniture peril. So basically, that's pretty much what you're doing. It's a time-based co-op moving game where you have to move things out of a house and put them in your truck at a relatively fast pace. There you go, buddy. Next up we have Trine 4, The Nightmare Prince. I cannot believe they made 4 of these. This is a side-scrolling, I guess 2.5D puzzle adventure game. The first one came out a long time ago, which was really interesting, and I thought it was kind of cool. But again, I didn't know that they would make 4 of these. I guess they're every little niche for somebody, huh? Says the Trine series returns to the magic of 2.5D with Trine 4, The Nightmare Prince. The 3 heroes of the best-selling adventure series are back, sent on a quest to retrieve the troubled young prince Celius. Amadeus the Wizard, Pontius the Knight, and Zoya the Thief are joined together once again on a thrilling quest through fantastical fairy tale landscapes teeming with danger. Prince Celius suffers from intensely dark dreams, and due to his magical talents, monstrous nightmares are able to slip into reality and wreak havoc on the waking world. Amadeus, Pontius, and Zoya must find the afflicted prince and resolve the desperate situation before the world is engulfed by the Nightmare Prince's shadows. Trine 4 reaches new heights in the series, bringing the most complete gameplay experience ever to fans and new players alike. I mean, it's cool. It's an interesting game. Really cool little puzzle solving where you have to switch between characters on the fly to do certain things. We have The Wild 8. I don't have this game. I think this is a survival exploration game. I don't know if it's multiplayer or not. It could be. The mysterious plane crash was only the beginning. 8 survivors are stranded in the middle of an unforgiving frozen wilderness of Alaska. Don't let it consume you. Find out the truth, survive, and live to tell the tale of The Wild 8. In The Wild 8, always be on the move. It is your only way to survive and find out what happened with this mysterious place. It is challenging and fun game designed for both teamwork, multiplayer, and an immersive single-player experience. So yes, you can be up to 8 players in one party to begin the dangerous journey on your own. But yeah, it's a survival multiplayer game, up to 8 people. Very interesting. It says you can do it solo. I do not know how good you might be able to play this game solo, but it might be worth a try. We've got Train Station Renovation. Welcome to an old ruined train station, a place that will give you a lot of fun. In Train Station Renovation, you play as a renovation company specialized in restoring railway stations. The game is set in an abandoned and destroyed train stations. You will start with the small rural ones and to ease in and eventually be challenged with sprawling train stations in metropolitan areas. The game is divided into 10 maps. Stations, which gradually teach you new mechanics and help you manage different working environments. Each station needs to be cleaned, fixed, and decorated with items and equipment to bring it back to life. So you're not really dealing with the trains themselves, just the stations. It says, choose how hard you want to work. The level of difficulty depends on the player's commitment. The game can be very demanding if you decide to complete each stage 100%. But it can also be perfect for beginners if you want to relax while renovating and simply have a good time. In which case, you only need to complete half the planned task to advance to the next stage. Alright, so it's basically a cleaning simulator. If that's your thing, hey, great. This one's great for you. Valferris. This looks like a retro side-scrolling shoot-'em-up. What does it say? The badass baby of Iron Maiden and Contra? Alright. Okay, yeah, it definitely does look like a Contra clone. After mysteriously vanishing from galactic charts, the fortress of Valferris has suddenly appeared in the orbit of a dying sun. Once a self-contained paradise, the grandiose citadel now plays host to an ever-growing darkness. Therion, a fearless and proud son of Valferris, returns to his home to uncover the truth to its doomed fate and to challenge the arcane evil at its heart. I mean, if you like this sort of thing, hey, that's great. All these different sorts of weapons and stuff, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you're pretty much, heavy metal rocker in space. Awesome. Werewolf the Apocalypse, Heart of the Forest. Okay, so first seeing this, I thought this was the brand new Werewolf the Apocalypse game come out, but it is obviously not. This one is almost like a visual novel. But I mean, hey, you're still a werewolf. It says, Werewolf the Apocalypse, Heart of the Forest throws you deep into a primeval wilderness in the center of modern Europe. It's where the protectors of nature wage their ancient, never-ending war against the forces of destruction. You play as Maya, who comes to Poland hoping to trace her family roots, trying to learn more about her ancestry. She will discover her family's dark secrets and reveal hidden truths about the last wilderness of Central Europe. Visit real-world places of mystery and power. Explore local legends and traditions. Discover the fascinating world and history of the Polish-Belarusian borderlands. You will witness how nature clashes with technology and greed. Can it survive without our help? It says, discover the legendary RPG system. So yeah, it's an immersive narrative experience. Nice. Alright, this might be something that might be up my alley. But the RPG is basically like old school choose your own adventure RPGs type. Boom, we have Lovecrafts Untold Stories. That's not really what I thought it would be. That's interesting. Looks to be like a Metroidvania sort of game. Lovecraft Untold Stories is an action roguelike with RPG elements. You explore randomly generated levels based on H.P. Lovecraft stories, fighting cultists and all kinds of monsters from the mythos, improving your weapons and gear, solving puzzles and challenges, looking for clues and knowledge to defeat the great old ones and the outer gods. I love H.P. Lovecraft, but this is not exactly what I thought this was going to be. There's a series of games. There's a little bit of series that I have on here, playlist anyway, you can find, that I did of Untold Stories. I thought it was going to be in that vein because that game was awesome. Untold Stories, regular, is fantastic. This might be interesting as, sort of like a Diablo clone. Like low-res Diablo clone. We have Iris and the Giant. Very artistic game. 68% mixed reviews, though. Interesting. This looks like a strategy RPG collectible. Okay, Iris Engine is a fusion of a collectible card game with RPG and roguelike elements. You play as Iris, who must brave her fears in her imaginary world. Behind the game's unique, minimalistic art style, players will explore a touching story of a young woman facing her inner demons and soothing the raging giant inside. Alright, so another tactical card building game, like we've had before. Interesting, I might play it, depends on the story. We have Boomerang Foo, couch multiplayer chaos. So yeah, this is another really kind of couch co-op game, it looks like. Roast and toast your friends in lightning fast rounds of acute physics combat for up to 6 players. Perfect for parties. Might be something me and the kids can get into, because they like the couch co-op sort of games. Ooh. So that seems rather interesting. Very interesting cast of characters. I like those. Those look like the little toys for kids that you can find. Oh, my daughters were all up in those. I cannot remember what they are called, though. Oh, that's going to eat me up inside until I find out. Ah. Okay, whatever. And that are our games for the month. Let's see, do we have a special one? The February open game, the extras, is co-open, and I have no idea what that is until I pay for my bundle. But there you go, guys. Those are your humble choice games for February. More than likely, I'm going to pick up Outward because I don't have that game yet. Moving Out, Valferris, Train Station, Wild 8, Trine 4, obviously, Werewolf. I'll probably get all those. The only ones I probably won't get were going to be Valkyrie and Endless Space, mainly because I already have those. So I think I get 10 games, don't I? 10 or 9 or 10 games. I can't remember. So whatever. If it's 10, yep, all those but those 2. And we will try them out. If you guys want to see any of these games specifically, leave a comment, like and share, do all that other hipster jazz. I don't get any money from this. I just do it because it's a hobby of mine and I like to talk and have fun. You know, without screaming, "Love me," on the street corner. But you know what? I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Let me know what games you pick.